Sagittarius, the theme this week is believe in yourself. Self-love, self-confidence, spirit, heart, ambition, wanting to get yourself back out there. All starts to come at the forefront this week. And the only dilemma that we have in this whole scenario is you. So the way that you're thinking about things, the way that you're processing it in your big brain of your, it's not allowing heart and spirit. It's allowing fear and anxiety and insecurity a little bit too to get the better of you. And you've left those dynamics behind you now. So let's not revisit them, because so much this week is about coming full circle, getting a refresh, a rejuvenation. And again, it's in that spirit, that confidence, that self-love, even your ability to earn extra cash, attract people to new ideas, put yourself out there in new ways. Everything that happened to you over the past starts to clear away like a bad fog, right? And you're coming out of it. So you're starting to see clearly. You have some clear plans of what you want to do next. So start to implement them, okay? You've been planning and waiting for a while now and processing everything. And kudos to you, because you've been doing a good job. And here comes the reward this week, okay? And again, it's full circle and it's bright sunny days. When we look in that 10 spot of the outcome and the B of the bonus, it can't get any better. They're both major arcana, and that sun is shining on you. So bask in it, get the vitamin D from it, go out, take a breath, get a nature walk, clear those thoughts away, because this is just a fab week for you to be able to move yourself forward. And it's so long overdue, and it's so welcome, and it's so wonderful. Okay, so that's a general reading. Let's get into why I said it. That first placement right here is the Eight of Pentacles, and it's literally the refresh in home, relationship, family, career, community. It's all covered under the earth signs there. So again, that refresh needs to happen because we walked the walk to get to the 8, right? It's not in the lower numbers, it's in the higher ones, and we're finishing up. But see how he can manipulate and work things a lot faster. He still needs to go ABC, but he knows how to get there a lot quicker, and using the tool sets that he's already built up on the travels that he's taken before in these areas, right? So the only thing that's blocking you from this manifestation of the next chapter is the Page of Swords. So that's like the upsurge of energy of thoughts, right? It's youthful energy. It could be scary if we're a little older. It's like, I don't know where I'm necessarily going. And the cards show that you've come out of past reflections that are really difficult with that 4 placement in the gut of the Tower, right? That literally means things falling apart. It's another major arcana card. And it's left you here in that 3, more swords, right? Swords are our thoughts in tarot. And the 8 again is the refresh. But here it's kind of funky magunky in this, not only this placement, but in this card, because we're the ones that are, like I like to say, on the gerbil wheel of hell. We're perpetuating it with our anxiety and our fear, and it's just not getting us anywhere. So we need to go into where we are present day of the 4 to kind of settle down. We've been making those plans. That's what I was talking about for there. And again, it's just all directly the top to the bottom, the Tower from the past reflections of what happened in the past. And that's just normal. You know what I mean? So don't jack yourself up even more thinking that you're like not doing things yesterday, but it's all meant to get you to where you are today and tomorrow. So just, it's all on the forefront for you too, and you know it. So let's just take that breath and work that kind of stuff out, because you have some really accolades in the back. You know, your 3 of Pentacles in the past is a really great card. It's the firm foundation, or the celebration really of an idea in the earth sign realm, right? The material world that's taken a reality. So wherever you succeeded like that, let's build upon it. And that helps untangle our thoughts and move away from these past stuffs, okay? And the 6, like I said, is the firm foundation of our thoughts. So a lot of thinking is going on, and that can be great for a Sagittarius, but also could be disheartening. So, you know, and I'm sure with the Tower, you probably applied a lot of thinking, strategy, analytical thought, and it can be exhausting. But the 4 says out of all that, you become a better person, right? You're smarter, you're stronger, you're more confident, and even more self-love, even though it's the swords, right? And you need to believe in this firm foundation that you could build on the next chapter for yourself. That's literally what it represents in tarot. And so now why I say that you're being so tough on yourself. We got the 8 of Pentacles here, so I'm really ready to go. And then I got tangled up here in this top spot. And now here, this is what I like to say is the she's just not a nice woman if we're aiming that kind of direction at ourselves. And with these kinds of points of tarot, it usually means those swords are in our own brain, in our own spirit, right? And it wants to refresh. So if you need, okay, let's say this, if you need the analytical thinking and the strategy and the emotional distance that the queen offers in that refresh, or that new idea that you want to move forward again, relationship, anywhere, but it more would be work, because you'd want emotion in a relationship. Absolutely. So anywhere that applies, if she's not being helpful to you and she's tangling this up by your own negativity, then you need to kind of kick her off her shoulder. But if you need to tap into it for more business or contracts or law, she's really favorable. And also, I'll say this because people really dig your vibe, because that eighth placement is the Ace of Cups. And why I was saying, like, let's not get tangled up in yesterday, because there's so much new stuff and everyone seems to look at you. This is how other people view you. That's the eighth placement. And the Ace is like Aphrodite coming out of the ocean after a long time being undersea, and she's ready to kick ass and she's ready to strut her stuff. And that's how they look at you. And when a Sag is like that, that's when magic happens, because that's your complete domain. You're the party host, the party getter, everyone wants to be around the Sag. So if you're not feeling like your own self, that's just a bummer, because you're so generous and loving, and that's what's on horizon now. And you get to sell your ideas and your hopes and fears. So let's say you want to be that dynamic person again. That's what 9 is, our hopes and fears, right? And the King of Wands is literally that. He's the charmer, he's the salesman, he's advertising, promotion, marketing. But I will say this, if some of that Tower event came from a person that is the King of Wands, as in a boyfriend or a relationship like that, or a marriage, the King has that emotional distance. And maybe why you're catching that vibe, he doesn't want to, he's scared, really just scared of being emotional in a relationship. He'd rather just to be the dynamic charmer that everyone gravitates to. So then I don't have to worry about anyone getting too deep with me or discovering things about myself. So if you're in that kind of situation, know that your hope and fear, you need to kind of like really look at that and say, if you want to move on from it, you should, because that's what the 10th spot is. But if you want to sell your ideas and yourself out there in really good, healthy ways, that's the 9. It's a beautiful spot for that guy to kick off your new, like, hey, let's go, okay? And 10 says you want to go. That's our outcome, and it's the world. It's another major arcana. So there's life lessons going on here, but it's all good. It's all completion stuff. That's what the world is. It's full circle. And what's nice about the world, you gain respect for yourself, and that's the only thing that you're going to command in your stratosphere. And you also have the ability to make money, heart, imagination, and strategy. And that's a really great kind of skill set to bring forth into your next dimension. So no having fear wherever you want to kick anything off, okay? And in that bonus card, we've got the Sun there, another major arcana card. And what's nice about the Sun in modern day tarot, it's like I get to shine, right? Everything is attracted to us when we got the King in there too. But to the ancient tarot, it was opening up your heart, your spirit, and allowing like fresh air and a new breeze to come through to kind of wipe away all the insecurities, fears, and anxieties that rightly have been built up out of these kind of cards, right? But it's tangled you up now while the Sun is kind of saying, hey, over here, not over here, over here, right? So let's go kick it this week. It's a good time to like launch yourself into the next stratosphere, Sagittarius.